How much do you know about your local crime lab? I'm Charles Blaine, and this is Texas Tomorrow. Our local criminal justice systems are made up of a number of components. There are cops, courts, district attorneys, in some places, county attorneys, the jail system, and even the elected body of officials who oversee all of their budgets and make the policies that govern them. But one area we don't talk or hear as much about is the crime lab. And it's a shame for that because it plays a massive role in our local criminal justice system. The crime lab is tasked with processing evidence from crime scenes as it comes in, and then it helps prosecutors, judges, and even the defense attorneys better prepare for trial. So, delays in the crime lab can often lead to delays in the court system. But unlike other agencies, they don't often have vocal advocates, or we don't regularly hear about them in the way that we do cops needing more funding, district attorneys who don't hesitate to talk about when their budgets are cut. We don't see that with the crime lab. Court backlogs are always leading the evening news as well, but you don't hear the same things about the crime lab. Without the crime lab being as high profile as some of these other areas, it can often go unnoticed and it gets lost in the shuffle. There are local crime labs, and then we have state crime labs, like the Abilene Crime Lab, which is a Texas Department of Public Safety lab. That serves more than 40 counties and employs only 10 people, but has a backlog of about 34 days, which means the time between when they receive evidence and process it to get it to the system to be able to use it in the court system. Now take the Bexar County Crime Lab. This one is owned and funded by the county and has a backlog of more than a year, meaning court cases, which at the end of the day are victims and defendants, can wait more than a year while evidence sits on shelves. The causes for this range from overtime funding to losing employees to labs with higher pay and lower caseloads, to the length of time it takes to train people like firearms examiners, and simply the large number of evidence that they have to process. But for you, a taxpayer, citizen, resident, this means that while cases are held up, whether at the court system or the crime lab, many people, some of whom are guilty of the crimes they are accused, can live freely in your community until they finally see their day in court. So while we focus on so many other aspects of our local criminal justice system, this is one that desperately needs our attention. It serves as a reminder that there's no shortage of entities, bodies, or organizations that impact our neighborhoods and communities that require oversight, support, and advocacy from us. So if nothing else, take a look at what your current backlog is for your nearest crime lab. It can easily be found on their website. And then check it again in 30 days and see which way it's trending, up or down. You'd be surprised by how much you can learn by just that little bit of information. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Texas Tomorrow. I hope you'll like and share it with your friends and family, and let us know if there's an issue going on in your neighborhood that you'd like us to cover.